The Johari window is one of the most important concepts in understanding ourselves and other people better. We tend to think that we see things very clearly and not filtered through our own perceptions, and that other people know exactly what they're doing and are, 100% authentic and understanding of themselves, which is also not the case. So this provides a framework to understand where things get complicated. In the first quadrant, it's open. That's what we know about ourselves and we share with other people. And then the other quadrant is blind spots. So those are things that other people see about us that we might not be aware of or notice, which can be good, right? Maybe you're funny or you're very skilled at something and you don't even realize that about yourself, but your friends will be the ones to tell you. So your blind spots are things that you see that people don't see about themselves. Then there's the hidden quadrant. So I think people tend to imagine that when they get hurt or when somebody says one thing and does something different, that it's very intentional. And they think it's in this hidden quadrant, right? This is what we know about ourselves, but we don't share with other people. So there are things that fall into that area, which for whatever reason, things we keep personal, things that maybe there's boundaries around that we don't want to share with somebody. But there's also the unknown quadrant. And I think this is where things get interesting, because I think when people have limited awareness of certain things, that falls into that category where they're not entirely truthful, but maybe not intentionally so. Sometimes it's nervous system, right? Like you might think you're okay, but you're really storing stuff. If you've compartmentalized things and put it away to not deal with it, it might not be till your body acts up that you actually start to know that stuff is stored in your nervous system. Or certain things that have happened that haven't really been brought up, your triggers, how to communicate yourself. There's what you even want or need that may not be discovered yet. So other people don't know it and you don't know it. So there's a lot in the unknown category, and I think it doesn't come up until it comes up, but sometimes when behaviors don't align with actions, it might have to do with that, with some unresolved things in that unknown quadrant that haven't really come to somebody's awareness yet. So they might mean to be one way or think that they're one way, but be behaving a different way and just really unaware of it. And people tend to sort of fall on a spectrum for their locus of control. Basically, when something happens, do they feel like they're not at all responsible for it and have an external locus of control? So I'm the victim, this always happens to me, the outside world's the problem. And on the other end of things, overly responsible for everything. If somebody's mad at me, it's my fault. If something happens, it's my fault. So there is a tool for this, and it's just a locus of control, kind of what's in and out of my control little thing that you can use, but it's really to bring it back to center. So at one extreme, if you take responsibility for nothing, there are things that are within your control, and that's actually helpful to empower you and give you agency so you can make changes and difference in your own life. And on the other end of things, if you feel overly responsible for everything and riddled with anxiety, then it's got to go the other way and you realize some things are not in your control.